Our next award winner is a United States Navy veteran, active Legionnaire, and a 2006 graduate of the American Legion National College. Today, he is being recognized for his dedicated service as a firefighter with the Naugatuck, Connecticut Fire Department. During his 16 years of service to his department, he filled roles as a firefighter 1 and 2, fire officer 3, health and safety officer, tanker operator, vehicle and machinery rescue technician, and EMT, just to name a few. He has also served as a Scouts leader for his 4 sons and is himself an Eagle Scout. Please welcome our 2023 National Firefighter of the Year, Firefighter John DeBisschop.
This is to certify that the American Legion has bestowed the title of National Firefighter of the Year upon John DeBisschop III for outstanding selfless service over and above normal duties through community service and professional achievement, thereby exemplifying the meaning of the phrase, America's bravest. You reflect great credit upon yourself, the Naugatuck Fire Department, and firefighters everywhere.
Commander Triola, Adjutant Wheeler, national officers, distinguished guests and delegates to this 104th National Convention, I stand before you both honored and humbled to have been selected as the 2023 National American Legion Firefighter of the Year. On this stage, I now have the responsibility of representing approximately 1.2 million brother and sister firefighters throughout the United States. Only a little bit of pressure. I must begin by thanking Naugatuck Post 17, the Department of Connecticut, and the American Legion National Organization for selecting me for this great honor. I also have to thank the firefighters and officers of the Naugatuck Fire Department, especially my crew on the A shift, who frequently get brought along to many of my various activities, as well as Fire Chief Paul Russell, who greatly supported this nomination. I've been a member of the first responder community for over 30 years. Got my start while still in high school when I became certified EMT as a member of the Explorer Post. It was then the Naugatuck Volunteer Ambulance Corps. This was followed by 4 years in the Navy as a damage controlman. After receiving my honorable discharge, I was fortunate enough to be hired first by the City of Waterbury Fire Department before I left after 7 years to accept a position in my hometown Naugatuck Fire Department, where I spent the past 18 years. I'm also a 30-year member of the American Legion. There are many similarities between the first responder community and the veteran community. This is probably because there's so much crossover between the two. While just 6% of the US population is served in the military, veterans make up 10% of EMTs, 19% of firefighters, and 25% of police officers, according to a 2015 Department of Labor survey. Unfortunately, one of the most notable similarities between veterans and first responders is in our mental health and suicide crisis. In a June 2022 USA Today article about first responder suicide rate, researcher Dr. Hannah Shaw Bar-Nassim said the following, quote, "Like many who encounter trauma in their line of work, first responders can struggle with dropping work from their minds when they get home. These characteristics and traits of the role don't go away when they take off the uniform. Being heroic, being brave, identifying mental health as a sign of weakness. It's something that stays with them even as they take off the uniforms," end quote. She could easily have been making that comment about our military service members and veterans. My community saw this firsthand in 2017 when one of our local police officers, who was also an Army veteran, died by suicide. I worry about this now more than ever, since one of my sons has followed in my footsteps. First into military service as a medic with the Connecticut Army National Guard, and now as a career firefighter paramedic. In his brief time in the military and as a first responder, he has already experienced several calls which will undoubtedly remain with him forever. However, I am comforted to know that organizations are working to destigmatize seeking help for mental health concerns, which is why initiatives such as the American Legion's Be the One are so very important to keep more of my fellow first responders and our fellow veterans from becoming statistics. I'll get off my soapbox now and finish with some final acknowledgments. None of this would have been possible without support of my family. My fire chief has dubbed my family Team DeBisschop because in whatever I am doing, some or all of my family is alongside me. My parents, John and Joyce, made the trip down here and are a physical symbol of the support that my family constantly provides for me. My parents and my sister, Reverend Jennifer Whipple, have always been by my side to lend an ear or a hand. Of course, I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the contributions of my own family. My children, James, Jeff, Jack, and JJ, and my wife, Joanne. They are the ones that sometimes have to look at pictures to remember what Dad looks like when I'm bouncing between work and various meetings or events. Truly, Joanne should be recognized right here next to me because for everything I do, she has some sort of hand in it. Whether it is help planning, organizing, or shopping, I wouldn't be able to do any of it without her assistance. Thank you again for this great honor. I look forward to many more years serving alongside you as fellow veterans strengthening America.